In the world of Subaru's road-going rally machines, there are plenty of uber desirable limited editions: the 22B WRX STI, the Impreza WRX STI Spec C-Type RA and the Subaru Cosworth Impreza STI S400, to name a few. Sadly, the US hasn't seen much in terms of these special Subies, which isn't that crazy when you consider we didn't get the Impreza WRX until 2001. In 2018, however, the drought is ending with the 2018 Subaru WRX STI Type RA, the first of Subaru's RA models to see US pavement. There's a lot of hype to live up to, and meeting fan expectations is no small feat. But Subaru took a different route than might have been expected here. Instead of massaging more power out of its EJ257 boxer mill and trying to make waves with output numbers, this STI RA is more focused on being a balanced and composed track weapon that won't make you suffer on the roads. Rather than ripping out the STI's interior and giving you a super fun to drive limited edition with no frills, Subaru actually slotted the RA above its already well-equipped limited models. That means the driver gets features like a power recaro seat and a 7-inch multimedia screen that helps you easily switch between podcasts during your, admittedly exciting, commute. Comforts aside, there is weight savings. A sports version wouldn't be complete without a nod to reduced mass. Compared to the WRX STI Limited, the Type RA sheds 68 pounds. The savings comes from a carbon fiber top panel, lightweight gold-painted BBS wheels and by ditching the spare tire. Subaru also ditched its traditional wing for the lightweight carbon fiber version seen stuck to the STI Type RA's rear deck lid. Along with the new rear wing is a new front splitter to guide the air around the car and help it stick to the track. A retuned set of Bilstein dampers only adds to the effect. When an aggressive trim of an already sporty car only gets a 5 horsepower bump to 310 horsepower total, you've got to stop and scratch your head. Hell, you can make more than that just plugging in one of the many aftermarket flash tuners. That said, it looks like Subaru spent more time making the 2.5-liter boxer under the hood of the Type RA more durable than the 305 horsepower AH4 in the regular WRX STI. Responsible for compressing the air and fuel mixture is a set of new, reinforced pistons. Expecting lots of time on the track, Subaru went with sodium-filled exhaust valves to better manage higher heat. There's also a higher flowing air filter, a bigger airbox and a new exhaust system. Oh yeah, and a new ECU tune. On the road, you feel less of the 5 horsepower increase near redline and more of the retuned twist on the lower side of the tach. Some of that extra torque shows up south of 3,000 revolutions per minute, which, when combined with the revised transmission gearing, makes the Type RA feel noticeably quicker than the regular STI. Still, like the STI, this Subaru is much happier with the tach swinging wildly to the right as the turbocharged edge mill doesn't really hit its stride until 4,000 revolutions per minute. Revised gearing isn't the only change the Type RA's 6-speed manual transmission receives. The car uses a short throw shifter that makes the regular STI's gear throws seem long and rubbery. The only complaint about the Type RA's shifter is that it's a little notchy, a problem most short throw shifters face to some degree. For slowing down that extra oomph, you'll get the same brakes you'll find on the STI, 6-piston front and 4-piston rear Brembo calipers clamping 13.4-inch front and 12.8-inch rear rotors. These rotors are ventilated and cross-drilled on all 4 corners, which help keep the brakes cool and free from any unwanted gases. After a day of heavy braking and hot lapping a small racetrack in California, the non-ceramic brakes still stopped well with good pedal feel and no hint of fading. More importantly, to some of us, at least, the cross-drilled rotors and massive silver calipers look undeniably cool. The power, shifting and braking would all be worthless on a track if the Type RA's chassis flexed and wallowed around every corner. Expecting more stress, the engineers at Subaru added some reinforcing to the STI's stamping for 2018. The carbon fiber roof also makes the body stronger, as well as lighter, and better manages torsional load, according to the folks at Subaru. In the real world, the Type RA feels more rigid than the regular STI while throwing it around corners or during heavy braking. The revised Bilstein suspension works well on the track, giving hints of nosedive and body roll without slinging you around the car. Unlike other hot compacts, the STI Type RA's suspension also has surprisingly easy to deal with characteristics on the road. For those that think the Ford Focus RS is jarring, the STI Type RA might be the car for you. However, If you're looking for the ultra-firm experience of an extremely rigid suspension, you might want to look elsewhere. The WRX STI Type RA is one of the last cars on rolling off an assembly line with hydraulic power steering assisting your arms as you toss it around corners. That means that this special Subie gives as much road feedback as you want through the steering wheel. While cornering, the Type RA has a good amount of weight and resistance to let you know just how much grip you have left. The WRX STI Type RA is, by design, a limited edition rarity. Dedicated Subaru fans will no doubt champ at the bit to grab the keys to these 500 models. However, it probably won't be the kid down the street's replacement for his bug guy given its nearly 50 grand sticker price. That's not factoring in any sort of dealer markups, which we imagine will added on top of that sticker, at least early on. You've got to be a dedicated Subaru fan with a substantial stack of cash to actually take one home. The price tag gives a potential buyer a lot of options, but the car is perfectly tailored for its fanatical niche. What sets the Type RA apart from the comparably priced Camaro SS1E coupes, Audi S4S and BMW 340iX drives of the world is that this Subie is special, and not just in the sense that it's got an extra badge slapped on the trunk lid. It's an enhanced version of a supremely enjoyable, and more affordable, car, but it's also a bridge to other high-end Subarus that came before it. American enthusiasts were never given the chance to experience those, but times are changing. Like the Ford Focus RS and Honda Civic Type R, which were also forbidden fruit until recently, the STI Type RA is proof that we've developed an appetite for expensive but worthwhile sport compacts.